All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. Thank you to my new subscribers. You guys are coming in at a great time in Upland. There's a double city release. This is my first one. I think this happened, the last time this happened was like early in the game, maybe year one. I think we're in about year three now. Um, so there is a double city release. We're now back in North America. That will be Dallas and Arlington, which brings in a new tier, and that new tier is a tier three. So all this time we've had tier one, tier two, tier four, I think, and tier five, I guess. I'm not really sure about the tier five, right? But there's been those tiers so far in the game, and we haven't had a tier three city. Well, Dallas will be that tier three city. Arlington's going to be that tier four city. But what I'm seeing is that, as for me, for example, I kind of started slowing down in the game, in the last release, and all the stuff that's been happening because everything um, in Upland has been rapid fire. So I slowed the pace down. You guys can tell because I haven't been putting out as much videos, especially this month. I have had other issues outside of the game, but when it came to the game, I said I had to slow down because I was taking part in a lot of things. After Portal, I still had over 100,000 um, UPIX left, and I was trying to mint so I can get my my monthly earnings, my monthly yield up to 100,000. I'm almost there, and I kind of said, you know what, I really got to slow down because things are happening really fast in this game, and you know I won't necessarily be able to keep up. And I said, you know what, I'm going to slow things down. But here we are, another city release. I'm going to take part in this. I'm not going to really go crazy. I'm not going to put in hundreds of thousands of UPIX. I'm only going to probably buy a couple properties and stuff like that. But here comes Upland again. So there's a test, there's a stress test tomorrow, um, in five, I think, neighborhoods. Give me one sec. Let me find that note. So one, two, yeah, five neighborhoods. So five cities and five neighborhoods. So one of the first city is Queens. That will be in Flushing. I know why. Flushing is still not minted out. I started minting some properties there the last time I was in Queens. Um, Los Angeles, I haven't been there in a long time. Los Angeles is West Hills. Nashville, I really don't visit Nashville. It's going to be Midtown. So this is the neighborhood, Midtown. And Las Vegas, Paradise, I guess, and I haven't been to Las Vegas in quite a bit. So Paradise and Kansas City, Raytown. So right now I am in Raytown because I've been hanging out in Kansas City for a very long time. I really like it here. There's lots to mint. There's a lot of properties that you can mint that can help you get up to that 100,000 UPIX per month mark, which is a goal I wanted to reach in this game. So I understand why they're doing it in these cities because these cities have, or sorry, the five cities and five different neighborhoods is because these neighborhoods haven't been minted out yet. Kansas City has a lot of property still that has to be minted. There's one city, one neighborhood I'm in Kansas City. There's probably another 12 properties available to be mint until the whole neighborhood is minted out. And another thing about Kansas City, if you watch my previous videos, you will see that I've done many videos about how many nodes that are in Kansas City. I'm in one here, right? Glen Lake, there's a node here. Like there's a ton. If I come up, my internet's kind of slow. There's one there. Then there's like another two right here. These two also are nodes. There's a lot of nodes here, guys, so you guys can take part in the different nodes that are available here in Kansas City. Just search for any small neighborhood, and there's a high possibility that there's a node there. The only thing about a lot of these nodes in Kansas City that for me anyways, aren't really advertised. I try to follow many different people on Twitter. That's how I usually keep in touch with what's going on. I'm usually on Twitter and commenting and talking with folks and stuff like that. And that's how I really find out about some of the nodes that are here in Kansas City. So here's Raytown. There is a lot of properties here still to be minted. Let's see if there's any around this body of water here. No, nothing's available here. But as you can see right here, just across from the lake, there's a lot available to be minted. And I think the cheapest ones are around 11,000 UPIX. So those are the ones I got to try and find. I may take part in the stress test. The reason why I will take part in the stress test is that Upland is doing giveaways. Okay, but let me explain to you how you can earn more entries. So you can send to properties that are listed in those neighborhoods and earn one entry per send, a max of five. Okay? And then you can do a treasure, and every treasure you claim, you get four entries in any of these neighborhoods that are listed, right? And then if you mint, right, you get five entries up to 125 maximum points. If you mint treasures claim, you get a maximum of 20 entries, and sends you get a maximum of 5 cents to any property in the neighborhood. So Upland is doing that to encourage a lot of people to take part in this stress test, because they're introducing that whole cool down period, which gives you that 10-second break between minting a property. So you'll be able to, you have to now wait approximately 10 seconds, and then you'll be able to continue to mint, which will slow down the minting. And if you guys have been in any of the new city releases or the city expansion, some of them recently kind of been, well, the one I was last in was slow, but their cities are going by pretty fast, right? But at certain points, it kind of slows down because a lot of people were going for the name properties. They were getting a lot of properties that are by the lake, right? So as you see here, as I showed you over here, anything that's close to a body of water goes first. So a lot of those a lot of those properties were going first in the mints, especially in Portal, and then it kind of slowed down, and you can pick and choose. And I believe that will continue, especially with the fact that Upland will be releasing approximately 49,000 between two cities, which are Dallas, which will be the tier 3 city, and Arlington, which will be a tier 4 city. I think Arlington is about 20,000, and then Dallas is about 29,000 properties that will be released. And yes, both those cities will be expanded. If you go on the Upland website, click under community, you click on let me check 1 second here. If you click on the September 19th on new city announcement, Dallas and Arlington, it will actually give you a map of what else Upland plan to expand with. So it's something that's quite interesting. It's good. I like how they're doing it that way, and it's funny. So Arlington has, I think, 7 to 12 collections, right? And they're only releasing one neighborhood in Arlington. So there's a high chance, very high chance, that that one neighborhood will be a collections. And originally, I had planned to mint in Arlington, but a lot of my audience who watch Everyday Upland on a regular basis, I put it also on Twitter, left me comments underneath my video, and on, sorry, not on Twitter, on Reddit, saying, why would you want to go mint in Arlington? Arlington is like minting in Nashville, like it's going to be big, expensive properties. But based on the affordability of these neighborhoods, it may not be all that expensive. And then with Arlington only releasing one neighborhood, right, you're almost guaranteed to get, definitely get a collection. And I believe Arlington's just going to be standard collection, nothing too special. But the fact that you're going to definitely get a collection. So if you're looking for collections, all you have to do is get into Arlington, pick and choose your spots, buy properties that will, give you quite a bit of boost in a sense with the property that you mint. Dallas is going to have about, I think, let me check one more time. I was looking at this earlier today. Let's see. Dallas is going to have, or just bear with me for 1 second, it's loading up. So Dallas is going to have 16 to 22. Arlington's going to have 7 to 12 collections. So Dallas is only releasing approximately one, two, three, four, five, maybe six neighborhoods right now. So maybe out of those six, maybe two to three, I would guess. Maybe two to three would be a collections, right? And there's 300,000 available properties to be minted in all of Dallas, and in Arlington, it's only 110. So I believe, based on those numbers, that there's a higher possibility of you getting more collections in Arlington than you would in Dallas. But at the same time, Dallas is a tier 3 city, which for treasure hunting should be a really good thing, right? And also, Dallas is a lower percentage of FSA neighborhood, FSA properties available, which is about 20%, 27%, and Arlington, it's about 33%. So there's a possibility there too where Arlington may be a lot cheaper. So honestly, like, I was gonna go with Arlington. My audience is telling me to stick with Dallas because of the treasure hunting and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, even if I decide to go with Arlington, I may increase my chances of earning more more collections because there's less properties, and maybe because there's a higher number of FSA properties, maybe the other properties, the non-FSA, will probably be a little bit lower in price. Or the cities could be exactly the same in price, but we'll see. So in Dallas, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 neighborhoods. Okay, Art District, City Center District, Convention Center District, Farmers Market District, Government District, Highland Park, Knox and Henderson, Main Street District, Near East, Oak Lawn, Old East, Dallas, Reunion District, and West End Historical Districts. So I'm not sure what percentage of these or which one of these neighborhoods will be released in the first release, but I believe I'm not really 100% familiar with Dallas, but I believe those are all the neighborhoods that will be released. Um, or maybe I'm wrong actually, because East Arlington only has East Arlington, so one neighborhood, right? So I guess these are all the different neighborhoods that will be released. Correction, that will be released in this first new city release. So there's 13 new neighborhoods that will be released in Dallas, right? But I don't understand how 13 new neighborhoods and there's 29,000 properties. But here it looks as if it's six. But I don't know. We'll see when that time comes. How many? Because here it shows on, if you go on Upland's community page and click on September 19th Dallas and Arlington release, it shows one neighborhood in Arlington, which it states here there's only one neighborhood that will be released. But in Dallas it says 13, but on the map here it only shows approximately six because some of the neighborhoods are quite large. So I don't know how they do it or how they're going to separate it, or maybe they're listing all of Dallas, all 13. But look, I don't know. We'll see when that time comes. But for now, take part in the stress test. So what's happening in the stress test? So let's get back to that. So you're going to be able to mint, right? You're going to take part. You're going to mint. You're going to experience the cool down, and then after minting and taking part, sending, treasure hunting, all those things, Upland is doing a giveaway, right? So the first two or the top two players get an ultra rare property that's in New Orleans. Upland is giving away an ultra rare. So you know this stress test is very important to Upland because they wouldn't be giving away ultra rare properties so easily. So you guys, it's something to consider. It's worth it. You may not want to put any additional UPX into the game, but there's a huge opportunity here that you could do all these things that will give you even more entries to win, right? Then the next 10 players are going to win 50,000 UPX. So even if you put about 50,000 UPX into the game on top of what you already have, and you mint up to about, I think, 10 properties in any of these cities slash neighborhoods, that will increase your opportunity to what's it called, to be able to enter to win one of these two um, ultra rare properties, and both ultra rare properties are in New Orleans, right? So Upland wants you guys to take it serious. I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to participate. I may put in something, some money into the game because I would love to win one of these ultra rare properties. Hopefully, it's one of those properties that are high UPX or something like that, or maybe I don't know. We'll see, but it's something I will be taking part in. And there's one other thing that I wanted to mention about the stress test is that it's only approximately a 15 to 20-minute stress test. And the stress test is tomorrow. So it's 15, 20 minutes. So there's a lot to do to enter into win these properties, right? Because you only can mint approximately, what's it called? You're only allowed 125 entries, right? So to mint, um, let me do something. I'm not that great with math, but let's see here. So you're allowed to mint up to about 25 properties, okay, in any one of these neighborhoods. And for me right now, Kansas City, there is a lot that's approximately. I checked on UpXland. There are just at 11,484 thousand UpX in the game. There's still a lot that are at least 50 properties you can get, no problem. That's under 12,000 UpX in the game. So the more you mint, it increases your chances of getting one of these rare properties, if not winning a possible 50,000 UpX in the game. And this is pretty awesome. This is great. So it's something for you guys to really consider and take part in. All right, guys, I think that is it for me tonight. I will be taking part tomorrow. I don't know yet which city I will be minting in once the city open release. But another thing, I will probably come on tomorrow, anyways, and show you how to travel to and from. The list is there on the website as well. If you want to go ahead and check on the September 19th Upland posting, it will also give you how to get to Arlington from whatever city and how long and how much it will cost. All right, guys. Thank you once again for watching another episode of Everyday Upland. Guys, thank you, and I appreciate all the new subscribers. If there's anything that I missed, you want to share, you want to tell me your story, just leave it in the comments. I get back to you guys within 24 hours, 100% of the time. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Everyday Upland. I'll see you soon. Good night.